What is up, you guys? And welcome back to Sport Champs, Street Champs exclusive sports podcast. To my right is my man Dave. To my left is nobody. Damn you, Winston. And right in front of me is my man Deryk.
Yo.
What up?
What's
up,
good,
guys?
everybody?
Doing the damn thing, dude. Welcome back to Sport Champs. Having a good week. How about you guys?
No complaints.
What you guys do?
A highlight of my week is today I saw the announcement that Chris D'Elia is coming to Pueblo Memorial Hall, so I caught my ticket.
Really?
already. Yeah.
Whoa.
I got my ticket. I didn't even hesitate.
Damn,
Sniped
yo,
that bitch.
chill,
This
bro.
guy's so fucking weird, bro. This guy's the kind of guy to go to events by himself.
What's bad about that?
Pull up with a small popcorn.
I'm not trying to wait for the...
Yo, what's wrong with going by yourself, dude?
Bruh, I go to mad comedy shows by
Yo,
myself.
Weird.
Yo, are you insecure that you don't go to shows by yourself? Or like maybe out to eat
Have you
by
gone
yourself?
to a show or like a music show or a comedy show by yourself?
No, I think that's super strange.
Really?
I mean,
Elaborate, why?
if it's like a small concert, yeah, I'll go by myself. But if it's like a big
Has
show,
small why does it have to be small? What?
I've never gone to like a big scale concert, but like a Cervantes
Shut up, you
scale.
went to Tom Segura.
I said concert.
Oh, okay, well.
Yeah, I
Tom
went to big...
Segura's playing in front of
did you go to
thousands.
Little
of people.
Dicky by yourself?
Yeah. In like
It's pretty
2015.
big, pretty big concert.
Pretty as big as he got was 2015.
yeah.
It was a good time though. That was great.
Damn. Well, hey, let
And
my
it's
mans go alone, dude.
It's
You don't
in-
need nobody.
It's in
Oh, yes,
town, so like, say less.
You did copy your ticket by yourself and not sitting by anybody. That is kind of fucked up.
I
I'm
sent
not
the
gonna
whole
front.
group chat as soon as the tickets went live.
I didn't see that shit.
Well, turn your notifications
He gave
on.
us like 20 minutes.
Right? What? Come on, Dave.
Bruh.
I know this is a sport champs, but like, bro, come on. It's Chris
Well,
D'Elia coming out.
Highlight of my week, it was that, copping that
Did you get
ticket.
front tickets or what?
Well,
Front row tickets?
it got it, bro. It was kind of pricey. So the way they
Really?
So the first like 4 rows were all VIP, bro. $130.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yo, chill,
And then they
Chris.
had like a little mini like section between, which was completely gone, and like the only one that was available was like a handicap seat, which I know I don't qualify for. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
I clicked that just to see pricing, and that was like 75. So
I'd like to see Chris D'Elia.
So
out
then
there. I'm
the-
a cop a ticket.
So I'm in like the I want to say like the 11th row or something.
I'll be in the rafters, bro. I don't
Bro,
even shit.
but for like the 11th row, my shit was like $50.
You trying to go, Deryk? Chris
Yes,
D'Elia?
I just need to get some scratch.
You need to get some scratch? All right, man. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Let's
Looking
go.
forward to that.
Yeah.
You already know.
When is it?
Let me check the chat.
Yeah, pull that up.
It's like
I'm trying to see that.
summertime.
Right there. Well, you do. How was your week, Deryk?
It was pretty chill. Let's see, anything sports related. I fell down. No, I was kidding.
Played catch with your dad. June 23rd. Good
was-
date.
It was pretty chill though. I have some stuff that I'll talk about on Street Champs. Like I interviewed the Bumpin' Uglies
Fire.
yesterday. It's about it actually.
Shout out to Bumpin' Uglies for coming through Street Champs.
Oh, yeah, that's fire.
Wish I could have made that, damn it, work. And then my car was smoking. That's another thing. Let's get into my week. Car was smoking a little bit. Took that bitch in. That sucked. Money-wise. I mean,
You put that-
$560 into the little Scion TC. You know
gotta
what I'm saying?
Stop dropping these bangers. Little TC can't handle
I
it.
know, dude. Need new valve covers for that shit. Like, is what we need. And then fixing the window. That's why it's expensive. Do you know fixing the window? Because the window motor went out. So, like, I just propped that bitch up.
Yep.
Want that bitch to go back up and down again. So, need a new motor. Need a new regulator for it. $360 for the fucking for the motor.
They got your ass.
Nah, bro. Like, I mean, it's Meineke. They probably did. They probably did, huh?
I wonder if when you go to roll
But
your window down the first time,
The
if there's,
valve
like,
cover that was making oil come out and leak everywhere and make my car smoke was 156.
It's no surprise.
I'm
Depending
like,
on
what?
depending on the make of valve, like replacing that is a bitch. Like
Replacing that is a bitch. I get it.
you got to take a whole bunch of shit off. But
I even stuffed studio foam in the window.
I remember
In the window so it can stay up. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
I told him, I was like, yo, there's studio foam up in there.
I bet
I
you
was like, I stuffed a bunch of, like,
the first time you go to
So,
roll
yeah.
your window down, bro, it's gonna be like when that video where someone does it and it's like Mask Off plays, like the screen.
right? Yeah, seriously. I can't
No.
wait for that window to be working again. Gonna tint that bitch. But other than that, good week. A lot of good music is getting made, dude. I can't wait.
Yes.
making more house music. I have a collaboration going with Morgan J. Cox. That's coming out soon. I recorded another song called not another song called it, but a song called Like Mac, which is just another song recorded. So shout out Mac Miller, R.I.P. Gotta show you all these later. They're so sick, dude. And then another one called Sheesh.
Fire.
I'm dropping a song called Sheesh. But I gotta show you those later. It's gonna be fucking awesome. We got a lot of sports going on this week, though, huh?
So we should kind of just dive in, I suppose.
Let's dive right in. Let's start NBA or something.
I can knock football out because there's not
let's
much
knock
to talk
football.
about.
Yeah, hit football first.
So
I'm
the
gonna
only
pull up these
news,
standings.
the only news for football that's kind of worth mentioning at the moment, like we're getting ever so closer to the draft, but the NFL has like the collective bargaining agreement that involves all the players, and I don't know if this was adjacent to that or in lieu of that, but they announced that any team is now, so like in an entire NFL regular schedule, teams are eligible to play Thursday night one time because that's like a that's like a 4 day wait. No players really like playing on Thursdays because you don't get as much rest. Now they've announced recently that teams are now going to be allowed to play 2 Thursday night games. Now that doesn't mean 2 Thursday night games on the same Thursday. That means they're going to be able to flex teams that they know will get better views, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much why they flex. When, they have, a really shitty matchup and then they flex, for example, the Chiefs versus the Broncos to, prime time. That's the NFL's way of saying, we know more people want to see this game, so we're going to put it on, the hot seat when we want all eyes on it. So, in kind of a money grab, they're insinuating that, now teams will be playing 2 Thursday night games, potentially, and not a single NFL player is approving of this or enthusiastic about it, because if you think about it, you play Sunday and then you got to play that following Thursday, you know what I'm saying? That's
gonna suck.
That's not that many days, and then if you have to do it again, that's gonna be even worse. I don't think that means every single team is gonna do that, but teams that are hitting right now and they're people who have to play them are gonna be at risk to being flexed. So
that's gonna change everything.
The Bills, the Bengals, the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying, the Niners, all of these teams are going to be at risk to be flexed because everyone knows that they're primetime football. So this kind of hurts the product of football in a little ways because if these homies aren't recovering well enough, and I've seen some podcasters,
there's going to be so many more injuries.
That's exactly what I was about to get to.
Oh my god!
There was other podcasters who were saying people don't understand the amount of time that they just have to actually recover and not train.
They're already getting so hurt.
Exactly. And so they were humoring well,
so hurt.
What if they gave teams a second bye week, which we know that's not going to happen, but the thought of that to appease the players, okay, well, you get 2 Thursday night games, but you get a second bye week or some shit like that. That's not something that's anticipated in any way. It was just a humored idea on a podcast I watched, but the NFL is not okay with it. If you talk about the players, Mahomes tweeted the emoji going like this, hand on his face, a lot of players are speaking out against it because it's bro, you're going to hurt the product of football when all your good players are getting hurt playing consecutive Thursdays or whatever the case may be. So that's kind of the only news for football that I'm aware of.
Damn. His cat's meowing and Deryk took his headphones off and he's making sure is she okay, dude?
She usually doesn't even meow like that. I don't know.
You better go check on her, Paul. That's hilarious. Damn, all right. Only football news we had there. I got football news. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Let's get into these NBA standings. Give me a whistle, Deryk. Tell me a little. I like it. Nice little whistle there, bro. Let's get into these NBA standings. Let's start. You know what? Let's start Eastern Conference. We always start West. Let's start East this time. So we got the Bucks off top, man. I mean, they've been up top for forever. They've had it clinched since the get, clinched the division and all.
While we're on the Bucks, if I'm not mistaken, they played Boston last night
and they
lost 140-99, and Giannis played.
Really?
Yeah, 140-99.
I did not see that. 140-99.
Yeah, Boston.
We need to pull that up, dude. Oh my god. 140-99. So the Boston Celtics played the Bucks, and my God, was it a murder?
41-point win.
So the Boston Celtics dropped 34 points in the first. Bucks 26. ZZ's going off right now.
She found the nip, bruh.
Yeah, she found the catnip or something, man? What is going on? In the second quarter, the Celtics, 41 points, dude. 41 points to the Bucks, 21. And third, 39-27. Fourth, 26-25. 140-99.
Yeah.
Wow. It was the middle of the game. They took over.
It was an ass whooping, bruh.
Ass whooping. Who scored all these points for the Celtics? Who went off, man?
They've passed the ball quite a bit. Like Jason Tatum got his.
Jaylen Brown dropping 30. Tatum dropping 40. Wow.
Yep.
Horford 14. It went around the board a little bit. I like it. Wow, good job. Good job to the Celtics.
Maybe metaphoric of an Eastern Conference Finals.
Giannis only 24 points. I say only 24 points. Still threw up 24 points. But still, man, that is...
Yeah, they got.
Oh, that's an understatement.
I want to say Chris Middleton.
And it's crazy because it's the top of the board. It's 1 and 2.
Chris Middleton, if
That's
I'm not mistaken,
crazy.
he got, like... I want to say it was, like, a loose ball foul incident where he either got, like, accidentally struck or elbowed because there was a moment where he was on the ground and he had, like, a lot of blood coming out of his mouth. But so he came out after that moment. But I don't think the 41-point win was in lieu of his injury. I think it was just, like, the better team won that night.
Holy crap, though. 41 points.
Yeah. But so back to the Eastern Conference. What were we on after that? After them is the Bucks.
So we hit the Bucks. Bucks are at 55 wins, 22 losses. That last 10 is 7-3. Lost last night. That home record is still nice, 30-8. ZZ is off one right now.
She is hitting laps, bro.
She is hitting laps. She must be a Bucks fan.
She's on X Games mode.
X Games mode, seriously. Then we got the Celtics, second place, man, clinching. They clinched, dude. Playoff position. 76ers clinched playoff position, third place. Cavs in fourth. Those Celtics looking good, 53-24. 76ers 50-26. We got the Cavs 48-29. Best in the last 10 though. We got it tied triple. Oh my God.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What is happening? Explain yourself. No, explain yourself. Is your cat on narcotics?
Kitty dope.
Yeah, dude. This is crazy.
We got to walk across the board.
Yeah, block the board. She is crazy right now. Yo, you need to stop her. She's a menace to society, and you do nothing. What you need to say something.
Oh, hey, wait. We'll deal with that. She's laying down. So that's as good as it gets.
Well, as soon as I got serious, huh? All right, ZZ, I love you, but like you're crazy, girl. You're crazy. We got the 76ers 50-26. We got the Cavs 48-29. Who's the biggest streak over here? We don't have the very big streaks. Well, we could say one streak. The Pistons losing 7 in a row. 16-60. What else is new? But we got Cavs in fourth, Knicks fifth. We got the Nets in sixth, Heat, Hawks, Raptors, Bulls, Wizards, Pacers, and on. I mean,
no surprises.
No surprises here. We're all kind of the Knicks in fifth. Like Knicks are gonna lose in the playoffs.
They have first round.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm saying it now. I don't know who their opponents are going to be, and I wouldn't put it past them to get a playoff series win. But I think they have.
I could see they get a win.
First round exit written all over them.
It just says it. It just says
but
it.
But matchups matter, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. And, we could talk all our shit, and we could have the Nuggies get out first clip, so we'll see what happens.
I so verily doubt it.
I severely doubt it, too, because let's look at this right here. We got the Nuggets first place, 51 wins, 25 losses.
They won last night.
5-5 on their last 10. We're middle of the road. It's all good. Look at that home score, 32-7 at home.
Beat the Pelicans without Jokic playing.
You heard it. Say it one more time for him.
Jokic didn't play, and y'all still won.
Craziness. It's looking good. We've been saying it every week. Division clinched. But look at the Grizzlies clinching their division. Look at the Kings. Playoffs.
Hold on.
Clinched.
We got to, just to give the Kings some due credit, I've been talking
about.
In
third place.
I've been talking about how impressed I am with how good they're doing this year.
They're great.
The Kings have officially ended one of the longest playoff droughts in professional sports. They had
19 what?
It was I think it was 16 or 19 years since they've been to the playoffs.
Yeah, crazy. Is
some
in the 90s?
Crazy like that,
or no?
I don't know if it was
2000 something. Then.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite the 90s. But
okay.
Regardless, one of the longest droughts, especially in the NBA. So, shout out Mike Brown and the coaching staff there getting it done.
6-4 in their last 10. Look at those home games, dude. 25-12. Oh wait, no, I read the wrong one. 23-16. Crazy, man. Even away games, 23-14.
Not
They're
bad.
dude. That's impressive.
They have a really good
compared
offense.
to look at. I mean, they're more well-rounded a little bit away. Away from home. They're doing it. I mean, the Nuggets are 19-18 away, and the Kings are 23-14 in away games. That is crazy to look at, man. Under them, we have the Suns, 4th place, 41-35. Clippers, 41-36. Doing the damn thing. Look at your Warriors, huh? 40-37.
Yep.
Sitting in 6th place. Look at them. Look at those away games, though, man. They're
bad.
not
They're
doing
bad.
good on the road.
It's bad.
I don't even want to read it off. 9-29 on the road, guys. 9-29. That's pretty crazy for
I have
the
an
Warriors.
excuse. I have a lame excuse.
What's your excuse for the Warriors?
I don't like making excuses, but dude.
What's your excuse for 9-29
So
away?
one of our starters is he hasn't it's not leaked what the details are, but he's been experiencing a family emergency that's caused him to step away from basketball temporarily, and that's Andrew Wiggins. So he hasn't been playing.
Oh fuck!
It's not like an injury that I'm aware of. It's just like an undisclosed family emergency, and so from last I checked, he hasn't been playing. And he was a guy who, with us in our championship run last year in the postseason, was averaging over I think 22 a night. So.
But you're saying that can equate to 29 losses away?
I'm saying if he's in our lineup consistently and healthy, especially mentally,
could fucking help.
We're not going to be that bad. I'm not saying we're going undefeated on the road. That doesn't exist. We might be closer to 500 though.
Yeah. Look at those home games though.
Oh,
Maybe play at home. 31-8.
So
31-8
the
at home. That is one of the best records in the Western Conference, other than the Grizzlies, 33-6. 32-7 for the Nuggets.
Super potent at home. That's a roaring crowd. It's
roaring.
The newest stadium in NBA, so they get it.
They're
bro.
doing the damn thing, and they won their last game.
I just hope, as lame as this sounds, I really hope that the Warriors get to play the Nuggets in the offs again this year. Not because I have some anticipation of who will win, but because last year Winston and I saw a game. We saw Game 3 in Denver, which was an amazing experience.
Hell yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, that would be sick.
Fun. And instead of Game 3, because the Nuggies are the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed or whatever seed they end up being, it's going to be games 1 or 2.
Shout out to the Nuggets. Shout out Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it, dude. I am loving it. Shout out to the Suns. 3 wins in a row.
Yep. I believe KD's back or about to be.
They needed those 3 wins in a row, though. Their last 10 is 4-6.
Yeah.
Bleak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit bleak.
They're
the Suns
obviously
are doing the thing, though.
They're not going to lose their playoff seeding. It's just they have one of the most potent starting lineups, and then their bench is abysmal. That's kind of so but the thing is KD's a 28 point a night guarantee when healthy. Devin Booker is a 30 point a night guarantee when healthy.
It's a crazy team.
They have a lot of talent like DeAndre Ayton, CP3. Like I said, their starting 5 is potent, but their back 5 is not.
Yeah, we're nearing the end of season.
Yeah, there's only 6 games left, I believe.
We're right there. The Suns, if the Suns keep going off on this win streak and something happens to the Kings, we could see the Suns switch it up on them.
Mathematically, yeah.
Mathematically, I don't see it happening, but it can happen. Let's read off the rest of these. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, we're about a couple of games away from the middle of the pack that the Warriors have been thriving in, where there's the couple of game difference down the board that's still pretty much there.
Yeah.
We're about 3 games away from knowing hypothetically who's going to be an official an official NBA seed and who's going to be in the play-in tournament.
Because 4 through 12 last week or the week before.
Lakers can still make it. It's not a joke.
Yeah, that positioning 4 through 12 last week and the week before was
like a 3
crazy.
or 4 game spread.
It was crazy
amongst all of them.
And now we're starting to see it thin out. We have the Pelicans in 7th, Timberwolves, Lakers, Thunder, Mavericks in 11th now. Mavericks really dropping down. The homie Chase is sad, man. 37-40.
Bro, when Kyrie joined the team, their win percentage went to shit.
Yeah, and they needed
Not to blame him.
They needed to win. That last game was a need win. They lost. 3-7 on the last 10. I don't see the Mavericks doing it. It kind of sucks, but
there's
that's
already
life.
There's already internet rumor because the internet's gonna internet. There's already memes of people trying to insinuate in certain interviews where Luka was trying to say that he's unhappy or wants to be elsewhere, which I don't think that's the case at all.
No,
I don't think
Luka ain't going nowhere.
Mark Cuban has way too much money to let Luka not play.
Luka ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
So that being said, they were putting up betting odds for teams that he could potentially get.
Oh my God, they're already putting up odds.
It's the internet, bro. I don't even humor it. Like I said, Mark Cuban will not let Luka walk.
Hell no.
He's got to be the richest or one of the richest owners in the NBA.
Yeah. Hard seeing the Mavericks this low under the Thunder, like 37-40. The Thunder, I mean, they can, I don't know. I don't think they get.
It's close.
It's close. It's very close. The Thunder need to lose. They just won their last game. The Lakers need to lose. Just won their last game. Timberwolves lost their last game. We're kind of from 7 through 12. We're still pretty close, but we don't have too much time. Trailblazers 13. I mean, I don't really have to speak on these guys in the bottom. We know who's at the bottom. Rockets 18-59. We don't have to say much.
Trailblazers sat Dame for the year.
Yeah,
but it's only a couple games, so it's moot.
It's whatever. Yeah, let him rest. Get him back later. And that is your NBA standings. I don't know if there's any NBA news.
Is there March Madness?
March Madness. We got to talk March Madness, definitely.
Final
Thank
four,
you
I
for
believe.
reminding me. Oops. Oops. Again.
And MLB opening day officially happened for a lot of franchises, so
Okay.
baseball's back.
Baseball is back. We're going to have to read those standings off here and there.
Bro, this is crazy. I watched a clip because now they have a pitch timing rule that they've implemented, which
What
forces the cadence of it to be a lot faster. And like
That's kind of nice.
it's cool for the novice fan, like someone like me who's not really into baseball. But
Facts. Me too.
But hear me out though. They showed a clip where half an inning. Granted, it was like a pop fly out, and then like the dude hit like a really quick, like he didn't make it to first, and they threw the ball to first, and he was he was ruled out on the plate, But it like a whole inning or half an inning took place in less than 2 pitches on a game last year, or the pitch clock era or whatever. So as a fan, it's pretty badass.
It is badass.
Because they be taking their sweet ass time on the pitching mound, just kind of like doing their thing. Like I think there was kind of a game to that to try to get the batter to break down, but it's still I'm enthusiastic about it.
See how it works. See what's going on. Because honestly, my lady was like, "Oh, do you want to go to a Rockies game?" I was like, "Not really. Like, I don't watch baseball like that."
If we go to
Like,
a Rockies game, the vibe is to go to the rooftop bar and just get drunk. That's the vibe.
Is that the vibe?
It's so nice.
That's the vibe?
Okay, so Coors Field, I would
Just
argue
get
like
fucked up.
Coors Field has the best backdrop in baseball outside of maybe like the Field of Dreams, which is like a college baseball field, and like a cornfield. It's really dope. But outside of that, bro, you just get up in the rooftop bar overlooking downtown Denver, Rocky Mountains in the background, and like beers at Rocky Mount or at Coors Field are cheaper than soda right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's because it's sponsored by Coors.
Well, we're gonna have to head out and watch some baseball.
Yeah,
Aren't we?
yeah.
That sounds lit. Okay. Well, let's do it. Let's get into March Madness a little bit, though.
Yes,
We were
sir.
talking about it last week. We had, I think FAU had already won. San Diego had already won. And we were just kind of waiting on the U and UConn. The U is taking on UConn. They beat Texas. UConn beat Gonzaga. FAU beat Kansas. And Creighton lost to San Diego. So right now we're in our final 4. We got FAU number 9. That 9 seed, man. That sneaky 9 seed. Facing the 5 seed San Diego State. Then we got the U. Miami, Florida, man. The U doing the damn thing against UConn. Both of these games are going down tomorrow, if you're watching this live. 4:09 p.m. Mountain Time, 6:49 p.m. Mountain Time. And then on April 3rd, we're going to have that championship game. Who do you think's going? Because I guarantee everybody's bracket was not right.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the U, I guess. Like, I have no dog.
U?
I don't have a dog in this fight.
Let's
so.
go, U.
Yeah.
I'll go with the U.
The U. Shout out the University of Miami.
We got 2 Florida schools up in there, huh?
Sounds like it.
That's pretty cool, dude. Connecticut showing out. California.
UConn has always been a decent basketball school.
Facts. They have. UConn is up there doing beating Gonzaga 82-54, making it easy. They honestly might do that to the U.
It wouldn't surprise
They
me.
might do that to the U. I
We'll
would
just
not
have
be
to see.
surprised.
Like I said, I have no dog in the fight at
Yeah.
this point, so I'm just kind of like picking
Let's pull up
teams.
these odds real quick, huh? Do you want to
True.
pull those up? And
Mhm.
I'll pull those up on mine. We'll see the differences.
Let's get
Let's
it.
see what's up. Do you like college football or college basketball, Deryk? Excuse me.
I like college women's basketball.
Hell yeah. I like it. And
That's
honestly,
you.
we should be going over that one too. Let's see. Thank you for bringing that up, actually. Let's check out the women's March Madness. We haven't been going over it at all. Shows how sexist we are here. Jeez.
I don't know if it's already.
We're
They
pieces
might
of
take
shit.
place at different times.
I think it's already done, isn't it?
I'm not.
Nope. All right. So on the Elite Eight of the women's basketball for the NCAA March Madness tournament, we had Maryland, the 2 seed, take on South Carolina. South Carolina taking them out. Then we had Louisville taking on Iowa. Iowa taking them out. These are high seeds too. Iowa sitting at the 2nd seed. Louisville 5 seed. We have the 3rd seed Ohio State taking on Virginia Tech, who is a 1 seed. Virginia Tech taking them out, 84-74. Then we had the U for Miami, Florida, taking on LSU. LSU took them out. So right now we have Iowa, the 2 seed, taking on South Carolina, the 1 seed. Then we have LSU, the 3 seed, taking on Virginia Tech, the 1 seed.
Nice.
Like to see it.
I have those March Madness odds.
Let's
up
go
for
to
guys.
the guys' March Madness odds.
So,
right here.
money line for Florida Atlantic versus San Diego State. The
San Diego State gotta be your favorite.
FAU is plus 128.
Oh, it's close.
San Diego State's a minus 155.
Wow.
So very narrow.
Yeah,
not
man.
offensive to either team.
I mean, those are. If you know your team's gonna win, that's a good bet for both of
The 5
them.
seed's the favorite against the 9. No surprise.
I could see FAU doing it.
And then going down with the the U versus UConn. UConn is sitting at a minus 265, with the U sitting at a plus 210. So I said the U.
A plus 210.
I said the U without seeing these odds, but again, it's favoring the higher seed, and that's the 4 versus the 5. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
I wouldn't necessarily bet on the U because I'm not watching them enough to have a familiarity with it. But if you're just throwing like money at a parlay, I don't think you're really gonna like hurt yourself doing a money line on any of these. I would just bet the favorite.
Just bet the one you want to win and the favorite.
Shout out all these schools though.
Facts. Do you have by chance? Do you have the odds for the women's?
I don't.
Damn, Barstool be like that, huh? I see you, Barstool. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see if I can find it on mine.
Hold on, I had to scroll down.
NCAA.
I found it.
Oh, you did find it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So LSU taking on Virginia Tech. LSU is sitting at minus 148. Virginia Tech is at a plus 114.
Okay.
And then Jesus Christ, South Carolina is at. Okay, I'm just gonna start with the underdog. Iowa is sitting at a plus 390.
Oh my God, no!
South Carolina is a minus 670.
Yo, put your money on the underdog if you just have a little sprinkle here and there. Sprinkle a little something on that because you might be happily surprised.
Jesus.
Wow, that's crazy. Those odds are intense compared to the men's.
Yeah.
Wow.
South Carolina is more of a dynasty women's college.
It is dynasty. Yeah, they should win. You know, they're yeah. Yeah, that was an understatement. Because seriously, that's pretty crazy to see on the odds compared to every other game. But I mean, so you got the U. I
say that, but I'm not betting on them.
Yeah, I honestly want FAU to do it just because they're the 9 seed underdogs. But I don't think they're gonna do it. I could see UConn taking it.
True.
Really, truly, UConn is just. You're doing good. 82-54 Gonzaga.
Watch it be a complete Florida championship.
Wow.
If it's the U versus FAU, oh man.
That would be crazy.
That'd be nuts.
That would be nuts. Oh, I wonder if we could. Like I said, I wonder if we could make that happen, but we can't do shit, Dave. I wonder if that is.
Put me on the court, coach.
Nice possibility. That would be crazy.
I'll get you 4 steals, 6 fouls. You already know.
Wonder what the odds of that are. The Florida parlay? Let's see what the Florida parlay is. That's pretty crazy. If you pick up
both
Florida teams.
It's going to be a little nutty because one's the underdog.
Both of them are the underdog on mine.
Well, then it's going to be even nuttier.
Wow. I got plus 126 for Florida Atlantic versus SDSU minus 152. And then I have the U, Miami, Florida, plus 202. Plus 202? Minus 255 for UConn. If you parlay both of those guys up and they both win, that is a plus 582. And if you bet $5, you get 29. If you bet 10, you get $58. Wow.
Very comparable, but on
58.20
on Barstool, excuse me.
Barstool has crazy odds.
For Barstool, it's plus 607. So
wow, that's even better.
You said 58.
That's
like
better.
61.
That's better. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. So I mean, that's the Florida parlay for you guys. All right, let's continue on. We got the NCAA out the way. Should we talk fights already? Wow,
might as
we're already
well.
talking fights, huh?
So I guess the easiest
Give
path.
me that MMA bite. You got that MMA bite?
Please.
You already got a beer crack. It's goddamn 4:53. It's 5 somewhere.
So we should
That's what's up, brother?
we should start with the fight night card that we just had.
Let's talk about it. We got UFC on ESPN. Vera versus Sandhagen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these preliminaries.
So I did not.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't end up watching until like right before the main card. So those earlier prelims I typically don't see. Not by
really?
choice. I just kind of like I'm like, oh fuck, there's fights today. You get that notification when someone gets knocked out, and you're like, okay, I gotta tune in.
Facts. Let's go to the. Oh, there it is. All right, we got Victor Altamirano. All right, guys, and I wanted to say on the under 2.5s on the flyweights didn't hit very much this week. Happens, you know what I mean? It just happens. We got Victor Altamirano taking out Vinicius Salvador. Decision win. Vinicius? Yeah, it's Vinicius. My bad. Then we got. Did you see that fight with CJ Vergara and Daniel Da Silva? No, you didn't see it, dude. So we had Da Silva rocking Vergara pretty hard, and then dude was on his. Let me say this. Let me say this pretty epic. Bike, dude, was running around this shit. Like
Dude who was running away.
Running.
I saw a highlight of that on
Physically
Twitter
running.
with a funny caption, and I didn't understand the context.
It was so, but he won the fight.
Wow.
He knocked out dude.
Well,
Knocked dude out.
he's a
Crazy.
runner.
He's a
track
runner.
star.
Hey, she's a runner. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's what I was thinking. Because he was running, like sprinting. Like, it was crazy. It's crazy to see, crazy to watch. Good fight. Shout out CJ Vergara. Did it. Shout out Daniel Da Silva. Almost did it. Let's go on to this. Trevin Giles, man. Taking the decision win over Preston Parsons. Just, outclassing him. Doing the damn thing. A lot of decisions this card, I will say. Another decision right after that. We had Lucas Alexander taking out Steven Peterson. 19-11 for Mr. Peterson. And then we got Mr. Lucas Alexander doing the damn thing. 8-3. Let's go down to this main card here. We have Daniel Pineda. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
All right. He took out Tucker Lutz. Submission. Second round. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Doing the damn thing because the rest of these are decisions. One more sub. We have Chidi Njokuani taking on Albert Duriev. And decision win for Duriev. I mean, Njokuani's a killer be killed. Duriev is not. You know what I'm saying? He is not. And I kind of expected it a little bit. I hoped Njokuani can get it done, but he didn't. Did not. What do you think of that fight, Dave?
See, like, it was that fight. They looked a little timid at first because, like, Andrew Kwani's got that weird, like, snap timing, and he either finds his timing or he doesn't, and he's going to kind of he's a little counter heavy from what I've noticed.
Facts.
So because he didn't really get the opportunities that he was looking for to engage, it just made it kind of neutralizing.
I tried to watch completely, but it's hard when you're, like, at a party thing, like a party setting.
Yeah.
You're just, like, trying to, you know what I mean? But then you got to talk and have fun and do all that stuff and go in a hot tub. I literally watched the main event in a hot tub. It was pretty crazy on my phone.
Weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex,
showing
right?
off.
Yeah, it was pretty flexy. It was really cold though and windy, so that sucked. But
There are hot tubs outside.
not my. No, oh, you got the inside one over in
Got
your
the
room,
indoor
huh?
tub, huh, Dave?
Excuse me?
He just ruined that for you. He just ruined that for you. He said, "Excuse me." Andrew Kwani getting the loss over Duriev. Right after that, we had Macy Barber getting the decision win over Andrea Lee. What do you think of that fight? Do you think Macy should have won that? Did you pay attention enough? Because a lot of people are saying that Lee won that fight.
I mean, it was just a dull performance from both. So
It was.
It just was what it was. Like
It was what it was.
She was more aggressive.
I could see either of those women winning. Like, I wouldn't have been sad if Macy Barber lost.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't. And I'm not a judge. But judging sucks. So I really don't know.
So incompetent.
It's very incompetent. It sucks.
I would love to be an MMA
maybe
judge.
Andrea should have won, dude. But honestly, I was, again, party setting. Hard for me to pay attention completely.
Compromise.
You got people talking to you. Like, I'm turning around, like, getting food. Like, it's your party setting. It's hard to really get a grasp. I was happy when Macy won because I'm a
Facts.
Macy Barber fan.
Oh yeah.
Right after that, we had Nate Landwehr taking out Austin Lingo. Good fight. I liked that fight. That was a good fight. Any fight that Nate Landwehr fights in, I'm a big fan of Nate. He's doing the damn thing. Second round submission, 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Got his ass.
His drip before the fight night that he came in like a suit was just so nice.
Dude's an icon.
He's a fighter's fighter.
He's a fighter's fighter doing the damn thing. Talking about a fighter's fighter, though, huh? Holly Holm, win at 41. Over Yana Santos. No schlub, dude. I liked watching Yana fight. Maybe not that last fight because it wasn't like too crazy. Like, you know what I mean.
While we're on the topic of this, I thought
It wasn't the craziest.
one of the hottest moments. When I say hot, I mean like the internet, like trending, and it was significant, especially on Twitter. Was when Holly Holmes won her post-fight speech. Like, did you hear it?
I didn't know. I didn't get to hear it because of the hot tub.
She was okay. So on her post-fight speech, she said, "She's like, I just want to. We need to protect the children. The sexualization of children is like uncalled
Damn,
for."
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then at the post-fight, they asked her to clarify, and then she went as like vague as possible. So she was just elaborating like some kids are trafficked and stuff like that, which we all are aware of, and no one with a sane mind condones. But that being said, I think that was kind of a response to the Nashville incident. I don't know in what capacity, but you know what I'm saying? I think that's why she felt like that was a moment to say that.
Damn, really?
Well, Nashville,
I heard about it.
Not trying to get too far into it. We're all aware of the Nashville like shooting incident.
Yeah.
The Nashville had passed a bill that was like saying you couldn't transition kids anymore, and some people.
Damn. So you think she was like going?
Some people
for that?
hypothesize that was a retaliation for that, and then Holly Holmes fought the same like weekend as the incident taking place and makes that comment. That's where I made that connection in my own head.
Pretty
no one
crazy.
wrote that down in front of me, so.
Damn.
It's unfortunate that
It is unfortunate
that happened, but Holly Holmes getting the win is not unfortunate.
Yeah.
Love Holly.
41.
She does not
Getting another win in the UFC.
Oh my god! So Angela Hill, shout out Angela Hill. She was tweeting during the entire event because she wants to get her tweet live on air, and she said the most sure thing in 2023 has to be Holly Holmes' underbutt. God damn it, Angela Hill. And then she tweeted like, UFC your ass. You don't put my fucking tweets on here. Theo gets on there every try.
Every try. Theo doesn't even have to try to get on there. It's so funny.
Regardless, though, shout out Holly Holmes.
Co-main event winner.
New contract, like all that. Love Holly.
Love Holly. Doing the damn thing. Doing the damn thing, girl. I love it. All right. We have Corey Sandhagen beating Marlon Chito Vera.
So
via decision.
The whole time I was watching this fight, I'm glued to the screen because I'm like, the entire time I'm like, Cheeto's going to throw a head kick. Now. Oh. Now. No. What about now? And he just didn't do it.
Did not do it.
It wasn't like...
He just didn't... I mean, we all know he's a slow starter.
He is a slow starter, but like he's potent, and he just wasn't necessarily like on his horse that night in the cage. And like Sandhagen is not the human being to like stand there.
Good, man.
Shout out Colorado's finest. They're one of the best. He's not gonna sit there and wait for you. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get going. He's gonna do his shit. He's a fast starter, and
those strikes were nasty too. Look, I mean,
he owned it.
Total strikes 187 out of 378 tries. Marlon 73 out of 177. Dude doubled up on him.
And did you see who he called out after the fight in the most friendly manner possible?
Almost tripled up. What?
Sandhagen's call out at the end of the fight in the most respectable way possible. He said, like...
Yeah, I did see that call out.
He was like, yo, he's like, you... Like,
I'm surprised.
He's like, you're the man. So he called out Merab.
If Dvalishvili.
Very friendly, obviously. What I hypothesize is going to happen is we got Aljo Cejudo. Let's just... Regardless if Aljo wins, this is the only way that this matters is if he wins. Because if Cejudo wins, then Dvalishvili's title shot instantly, no questions asked. If not, let's say Aljo goes up in weight to go for the 145-pound belt, and then you do an interim bout, like I've said in the past, with Dvalishvili and Sandhagen, and then the winner of that, like you would basically say to Dvalishvili, if Aljo wins the belt, you're the undisputed because he's going to relinquish it. If not, like, let's say he loses, then Aljo's going to come back and defend that belt because he's going to want to keep it.
Merab's going to hold the title at some point.
Merab, honestly, if they put...
Some point.
If Merab and Aljo ever did fight, which I don't think will happen, but let's just say they
Merab
did.
Would win.
I do, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think Merab is Piotr Jan with more veracity in a way better gas tank.
and way better wrestling.
Now, Piotr Jan has better hands, but we just saw what Piotr Jan looks like against Merab Dvalishvili. That was a 45-50 unanimous.
Easy.
That was bad.
Easy peasy.
That was damn near one of the most one-sided 25-minute fights I've ever seen. And Piotr Jan was doing his thing. He just couldn't. So
it's too much. Merab's too much.
But
it's too much.
The UFC's going to have to do something. They can't keep this division like this on lock. Because imagine if they have a controversial ending or a controversial 5-round decision between Cejudo and Aljo, and then you have to do a trilogy match, bro. You can't put the whole division on pause like that. Merab is a trooper, and I'm sure the UFC's giving him some change for being a yes man, but he deserves a title shot, bro.
Winding back to Corey, 3 takedowns out of 12. Very impressive. Yo, ZZ is doing the most. But yeah, three takedowns, dude. 12 attempts from Corey. Whoa.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy to see. Well, 1 attempt from Cheeto, 1 sub attempt. He didn't get it started. But, beggars can't be choosers. I bet Sean O'Malley's happy.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably can be very lined up. I mean, I don't know. Corey has a lot of credit to this title fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just beat Cheeto. But I can kind of see a Corey Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley fight happening.
That would be wonderful, but
But
I don't think
if I was Sean, I'd wait out.
But yeah, I don't think any of those fighters exactly in their position are going to risk their line towards the title without getting, like, if they gave them, like, they're not going to get a pay-per-view, but they could be on a pay-per-view. They're not going to give them pay-per-view points, you know? And that would benefit.
The bigger one would be Sean O'Malley title fight.
Oh, yeah.
Give Sean O'Malley the shot.
Yeah, even like I said.
Give him the shot.
Even if it's for the interim belt, that gives them the same purse, and it gives them title money and pay-per-view points potentially on the next bout. So it's kind of a win-win, but I don't know if the UFC is going to do that.
I doubt the UFC would do that.
They just
They're
did it for
crazy.
Volk, but Volk is also Volk. He's pound for pound.
The best.
He's the best. He's the best fighter in the UFC, not named John Jones.
We got UFC 287 coming up on April 8th. Fajeda versus Israel Adesanya. Burns versus Jorge. Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. We got Raul Rosas, 18-year-old on the main event.
I think he's 19 now.
19 now, but it's crazy because he's pushing out Kelvin Gastelum and Chris Curtis to the freaking prelims.
UFC's trying to groom this new talent. I don't blame
Grooming
them.
the new talent. We got Michael Chiesa, the Leech.
I heard that fight actually
It got canceled.
The Leech has he has to have back surgery.
They're looking for a replacement for Chiesa. Michelle Watterson's back. Chris Barnett is back. Do you see that? Chris Barnett is taking on Chase Sherman. You know Chris Barnett?
The homie who did the front flip?
Yep.
And then he's just like, I love this.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah, I love that guy too.
His energy is like contagious.
I can't wait for that. That's April 8th. That's going to be coming up. There's more early prelims. We're not going to name those off. We're not going to get into that too much. We're waiting for that
now,
to talk about that next week. Excuse me.
So as we speak,
Bellator.
there are currently Bellator prelims just now starting. It's kind of a quiet card. Like, I wasn't even anticipating this, and then I was watching the Weighing In podcast, and they were talking about it, so I was like, oh, nice. Like, they're fighting. So let me pull it up real quick. Bellator.
Bellator.
Okay, so it is it's Marcel Gomes versus Daniel James. That is the main event. We have
I went on the wrong website.
So for the prelims, there's going to be quite a few. I'm just kind of run through these. I'm not too familiar with all these fighters because it is what it is, but as we're going through the early prelims that are happening on YouTube, I believe, we have I don't have the first names. That's lame.
I have a few. We have Maria Henderson versus Mackenzie Stiller.
I believe that's Benson's wife.
Nice. Shout out Benson's wife, Maria. We have Bryce Meredith versus Brandon Carrillo. Randy Field versus Ashley Cummins. Lance Gibson versus Vladimir Tokov. We have Lucas Brennan versus Josh San Diego. Nice. Then we have Joey Davis versus Jeff Creighton. Pam Sorensen versus Sarah Collins. We got Adam Piccolotti versus Mandel Nalo. Chris Edwards versus Rakim Cleveland. Mike Hamill versus Nick Brown. Main card. Damn, that's a lot of fights on that undercard, man. Getting tired reading that off. Sullivan Cully is fighting tonight. Wow. You know what's crazy about Sullivan Cully that I learned today? My studio engineer linked with his lady, with Sullivan Cully's lady, for some music stuff back in the day. His lady doesn't make music anymore, but Blitz showed me Sullivan Cully today. Didn't know he was fighting today. Isn't that crazy? What are the odds? What are the odds? Sullivan Cully taking on Luke Trainer. We got Sullivan for this one, man. We got Archie Colgan taking on Justin Montalvo. Then we have John Salter taking on Aaron Jeffrey. Excuse me. Ooh, this fight is crazy right here. Damn, so crazy, can't even say it. Kat Zingano versus Leah McCourt. That's a good one right there. Do you know Leah McCourt? Hell yeah. Good fight right there. And then Marcelo Golm versus Daniel James. I honestly would have made the Zingano and Leah McCourt fight on the top. I don't know. I know Golm. I don't know Daniel James, though. Maybe if I seen those gentlemen.
The homie that's fighting on the card named Aaron Jeffrey, his last fight was against Paige Van Zandt's homie.
Dropped him.
Yeah. And like the first round, it was a TKO. I can't remember his name for some reason
He's
right now.
Canadian.
Paige Van Zandt's man?
Oh, Austin Vanderford.
Yeah. But no, this dude.
Aaron Jeffrey's from Canada, dude.
Bro, tell me he doesn't have one of the hardest looks in MMA. Mean mullet mustache.
He looks like a mix of you and Theo Vaughn.
Well, I'm not mad at that.
Right?
Dude's a badass.
He is a badass. Shout out.
If you got a mullet, you probably got hands.
What else do we got this week?
So that's happening right now. That card's tonight.
Watch it if you're watching live.
Tomorrow, we have 2 cards, technically. So we have the Jorge Masvidal boxing event.
Masvidal.
Jorge Masvidal.
Jorge Masvidal.
Yeah, it's his boxing event. It's going to be through Fight Pass, but I believe you have to still pay for pay-per-view through Fight Pass. So UFC is actually putting their marketing approval / sponsorship on this. There's like 9 UFC alums boxing on this card alone. Multiple UFC former champions. The main event is the legend Roy Jones Jr. versus Anthony Pettis. And the reason that this is actually kind of a significant fight to consider, sure, Pettis' prime was at 155. He was cutting a lot of weight to do that. He did fight a few times at 170. So Roy Jones Jr. was considered the best 168 and 175-pound boxer of all time. So granted, Roy Jones Jr. is super old, way out of his prime. Anthony Pettis, way out of his prime. It's still going to be a competitive bout that I'm enthusiastic about watching.
Let's run through these from the bottom up.
Yes, sir.
Cade Howell versus TBA.
To be announced.
Yep, not announced yet. How about Roberto Armas taking on Javier Zamaron? Zamaron. I'm putting too much emphasis on that. Huh, Deryk? Zamaron. That was good. Javier Zamaron. Then we got Danielle Cohen taking on Danielle Wynn. Only one Danielle can be the winner here.
It's going to be a draw. Danny's going to win. Money's on Danny.
Money's on Danny. Right after that, we have Andy I never know how to say Nguyen. Is it Nguyen?
Let me see.
Nguyen.
Which one is it?
The only one that says Nguyen.
I've seen that pronounced. I just don't comfortably remember what it was.
Right? Is it Nguyen?
No.
Nguyen.
I think both of those are wrong.
No.
But
it doesn't sound right.
The next person on
Andy Nguyen versus Bai Nguyen. Okay? That's what we're going with. Yeah, the next person. You've seen it. Marcus Perez fighting Joe Riggs.
Joe Diesel Riggs.
Joe Riggs is back?
Joe Riggs was in BKFC for a hot minute.
I'm going for Joe Riggs.
Joe Riggs
dude.
even
I want him to win.
He competed for the BKFC belt, so against Lorenzo Hunt. Obviously got his ass whooped. It is
got
what
his
it is.
ass whooped, yeah.
But good for Joe Diesel Riggs. He's been in the game for a hot minute in like MMA headspace. A cool factoid about Joe Riggs.
Still fighting.
You know a fact about him that lives rent free in my brain. He's one of the only UFC fighters until Kevin Holland of all people who knocked his opponent out while being in full guard. Like he was on the ground, back on the cage.
Bye-bye.
He threw an up elbow. I can't remember who it was against, and slept him. So
I remember that.
Very rare.
That was a good fight.
Joe Diesel Riggs. I'm a fan of his. I think he's a true MMA journeyman, but he's a badass.
He's a badass. How about Dylan Clicker versus Josh Burns? Don't know either of those gentlemen. How about
Josh
you?
Burns sounds very familiar.
It does. People that do sound familiar: Pearl Gonzalez versus Gina Mazzani. There we go.
There
Said
you
it better. Pearl wearing a full top made out of fruit by the foot.
Fire.
Did you see that?
Mm-mm. But that's still dope.
Fire, dog, fire. I gotta show you it. I gotta show you this. Let's type it in the old iPad. Oh, Gonzalez with a Z. Need that. It might not have been fruit by the foot, but it might have just been fruit roll-ups.
Whatever it was, it sounds cool.
It sounds amazing, right? All right. Girl gotta chill.
That's fire.
Yo, Deryk. I'm gonna show Deryk. Honestly, pass that to Deryk too, so he can see. That's one of the chicks that's boxing in the fruit roll-up suit. It's not even really a suit. I guess it's like a two-piecer. She's doing the damn thing.
She thick by the foot.
What'd you say?
You think they ate those?
They better have been eaten. Is that bad to say?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that.
I called her thick by
Already
the
said it,
foot.
though. Thick by the foot?
There you go. She's not like real thick. She's slim thick, if that. But
Shout out Pearl.
yeah, I'm
Just
rooting,
wrapping.
I'm rooting for you now.
Just wrapping fruit roll-ups everywhere. Oh, I guess she does it a lot.
Well,
This is her thing. She's
well-
done it before.
nice.
Look, there's this one. This one's just for Dave. I mean, her face kind of weird in it, but it's okay. Sheesh.
That's her thing.
It's her thing, dude. Shout out Pearl Gonzalez. After that, we got Devin Cushing taking on Damian David Marciano. There we go. Who you got, Deryk? Off name alone.
I'll go David. Fuck with the David.
Well, it's Damian first, but it's okay. That's his middle name. He's all one of those. I like it. Clarence Booth versus Luis Feliciano. Then we got, okay, here's the familiar faces now. Jose Aldo versus Jeremy Stevens. Who's winning?
So I got Jose winning that. This is their third bout, technically. They fought twice, and then now this is their...
Jose won both, didn't he? Yeah.
And this is their first boxing match. This is technically a third bout.
Crazy. Vitor Belfort. Souza.
Vitor, obviously. TRT Tour.
TRT Tour. Yeah, you know Game Bread letting them juice up.
Do you remember that offensive...
They have to be juicing up.
Did you see that offensive bout where they put Vitor in there against like a damn near 60-year-old Evander Holyfield, and he TKO'd him immediately?
That was fucked up.
That was hard to watch.
That was so fucked up. Why'd they do that?
Because people want money.
That was mean.
That was Triller.
That was honestly disrespectful.
Absolutely.
It's so disrespectful.
Good for Holyfield getting a little bag for doing that, but I don't think he would have
He didn't
signed
need
up for
that shit.
No.
Roy Jones Jr. versus Anthony Pettis.
I mean,
you said it. You said it before we even read off the card.
Yeah, it's like past prime, but this is still cool.
Yo, she was straight chilling, bruh. She had her little hand over there. That was so funny. She is still chilling. All right. But yeah, continue. Roy Jones Jr. got the freaking hooks, dude.
Yeah, he used to be like the most vicious left hook in like he didn't throw jabs because his left hook would just come around like like he
threw his hook like jabs.
Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was a motherfucker, bro. Like he was I would argue,
best.
I would argue in his prime is very easily considered the best boxer ever.
The best.
Because he was so fast, like the way he would just fuck people up. Like he would go play like a whole game of basketball and then the night of his fights and then go in and like starch homies in the first round.
Dude is a goon.
Like homie he TKO'd James Toney with a left hook, and James Toney is a defensive guru in boxing. Bruh.
With
like,
a hook.
A hook. And his biceps were so misshaped because of the amount of time he threw
he's got
hooks.
One. Yeah,
it was like a knot. It was crazy. So Roy Jones Jr. is a beast. I believe he went more than 50-0 before he took his first L.
Can Anthony do this?
I honestly think that it's...
Roy Jones is 54.
I mean, the Roy Jones bout with Mike Tyson was kind of like a gentleman's bet. We all kind of learned that after the fact where they weren't trying to like take each other's heads off. This I don't think will be the case. I think Anthony Pettis is going to be game, but Roy Jones Jr. is considerably going to be slow. Now, the question is, what about Pettis? Where's Pettis going to be speed-wise? This is going to be cool. So they're at comparable weights, crazy. Like 167 best versus the 155, like former champ.
I would be so scared having Roy swing on you, though, bro.
It should be fun to watch.
It's going to be crazy.
I don't have high hopes for this being like a constant thing because I think this is the first actual boxing event that he's
For
done.
Game Bread, yeah.
He's done bare knuckle event and he's done bare knuckle MMA event, but this is the first time that he's done.
Actually, wrong. Jorge Masvidal's Game Bread Boxing 4 is what this is called.
If I'm not mistaken, that could be those past events were just the numbered events.
I see you.
So we'll see. I'm enthusiastic about it, but I just hope that all these fighters participating are getting the bag. Because why else?
One of them, Marcus Perez, says he's getting 3 times the pay that he got in UFC, is what Mr. Perez was saying.
That's probably 3 times the disclosed pay.
Yeah.
You know, like UFC fighters have the legal disclosed pay where they're like, yeah, I made 12 and
It
12.
just depends,
and
bro.
you know when they say they made 12 and 12, homie probably legally has to say.
Yeah, like if you're Sean O'Malley, you're not getting triple that. Like you're not, you're getting paid less than that still. Like,
yeah.
So
we'll see.
We'll see what's up. Like, I don't know. It just depends who you are, what you do.
So
what else?
Besides that, we have the season kickoff of the PFL. There's actually some pretty good bouts listed.
Yeah, so we have a fight for the PFL April 1st. Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Let me see. Because I seen one for April 7th and April 14th, too.
The season kicks off that
It's going
way.
off. It's going crazy.
Yeah,
so
Saturday,
it is the 1st.
Saturday, April 1st.
Wow.
It's the kickoff of the regular season.
You read off these fighters.
So I'll go from the bottom up. So we have Corey Hendricks taking on Impa Kasange. Sorry, there's a lot of syllables in that one. We got Dallin Monty taking on Ty Flores. We got Joe Sungbin. So shout out Winston. We know who your bet's on. Versus Jesus Pinedo. We got Alejandro Flores taking on Daniel Torres. It's pretty close sounding. Joshua Silveira versus Sam Key. Marthin Hamlet. Yeah, Marthin. Wow. Marthin Hamlet versus Mohammed Fukriardion. That's a very interesting one. I think he fights out of Iran. Moving on to the main card, we have Chris Wade versus Bubba Jenkins. Shout out Bubba Jenkins.
Bubba J.
Longtime fan. You got Mavlid Kaibulyov taking on Ryojo Kudo. Again, Winston's probably parlaying him.
Winston's listening to this, parlaying him up right now.
We got Will Fleury taking on Christoph Jotko. Christoph Jotko is a beast.
He is a beast.
After that, we got former light heavyweight champ, the guy who's like defending his belt even though it's a season, so he's not actually contending his belt. Taking on, so we got Robert Wilkinson taking on Thiago Santos, the debut in PFL.
Wow, welcome back.
That's a must-see fight. Must-see fight.
Welcome back.
His first fight back.
Odds for that.
It's like, Santos, we have high hopes for you in the PFL. You know how much we love you. We're just gonna give you our light heavyweight champion first fight. How about it?
They have odds.
So, and both of these are former UFC fighters. And then, while we're on the topic of that, Robert Wilkinson.
Oh my God.
It's probably offensive.
How about Brandon Loughnane?
Yeah, that's the main event. Brandon,
oh, my bad. I jumped you.
You're all good. But Robert Wilkinson recently said in an interview that he feels that non-UFC champions are not given anywhere near the credit that they deserve. He's like, UFC champions, everywhere they go, people want to take photos with them, all these things. And it's just like, I completely humor where you're coming from. And for a novice fan who thinks that they call MMA UFC, yeah, they probably don't know who you are because they're not as into that. That being said, any purist knows who the hell you are. You know what I'm saying? You fought in the UFC. Like, I'm pretty sure he lost to Izzy in the UFC. Like, he's fought some talent, and he went up to light heavyweight for PFL, so that's pretty cool. I get where he's coming from. Like, he's a champ. He doesn't feel like he's embraced like a champ. So, like, all I would remind everybody is, like, bro, you got paid $1 million in your last bout. You were not going to get that in the UFC. Like, it just is what it is.
Facts.
So, flex your check, bro.
Flex the damn check.
That's why you went to the PFL.
We got Rob Wilkinson minus 190. We have Thiago Santos plus 148.
That should be great. And then, main event, the man, Brandon Loughnane, the guy who was on the Contender Series, won his bout. Dana didn't sign him because it was that decision-written Contender Series episode where no one won their bout outside of a decision. And he was like, why did you shoot for a takedown at the very end? That's not UFC caliber. Well, look at him now.
Look at him now, taking on Marlon Moraes. And look at those odds. Oh, Loughnane, minus 650.
Moraes needs the win.
Moraes plus 400.
Moraes,
he has like on 4-fight lose streak, isn't he?
Something like that. Now, Moraes is so potent. It's just he did what Cody Garbrandt was doing. He got so complacent in his power that he'll eat one to give one, and by doing that, he just kept getting baptized. Like he almost beat Merab Dvalishvili in the first round, dropped him with I think a head kick, And then Merab come off the stool in the second round and was just like, I'm just going to 10-8 you for the rest of this fight.
10-8.
So Marlon Moraes is still a dog. He just kind of has questionable tactics once he gets hit.
All right, man. What else we got? Is that it? I think that's it. Right?
While we're just mentioning it, we got Mania this weekend.
Put it on.
Yeah, you already
Put it
see
on.
Austin 316 in the building. So
You know what's good.
that'll be worth checking out.
I think you could do bets on wrestling right now.
I don't know if they've officially made that a thing, but I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm good on that too. Honestly, if I had my cousin around, I'd ask him what to bet on or something. I'm like, who's winning?
While we're on the
right.
topic, there were some fights announced for Bellator recently. They announced that Patricky Pitbull is going to go down and challenge Sergio Pettis.
I seen
for his belt.
that.
That has two.
That.
I have a positive for that because it's like if he does that, if Pitbull secures that and is the first official 3-weight champion in a major MMA organization, he's going to have some deserving bragging rights. Now, I'm wording it as that. Deserving bragging rights because you're fighting in Bellator, and I don't want to say that because like Pitbull walks into the UFC and is like Pitbull versus Volkanovski, take my money. That would be like an insane fight. I think Pitbull could walk into the UFC and knock out top 5 guys at the like weights, but to see him cut from he's originally 145-pound champ, knocked out Michael Chandler for the 155-pound belt. That's no chump. UFC top 5 lightweights to this day, and then now he's trying to go down in weight to take on Sergio Pettis, bro. That's a great career move if you ask me. Win or lose, he knows if he loses, he's still got his other belt. If he wins, he's probably not going to keep cutting that weight. I think this is just to see if he can do it like a one-time bid. I'm extremely impressed that he's willing to do that. And then on top of that, there's a pickle. You got Rafion Stotts, who's taking on Patchy Mix for the interim belt to top off the Grand Prix for that weight class, the Bantamweight Grand Prix. But now you're going to have an interim champ, and then the champ's first bout back is like weeks apart or a month or so apart, and he's already contesting.
Yeah.
So it's weird because Sergio was supposed to be in it, and then that could have been like Sergio's bout. I guess they're not going to turn the fight around unless homie gets starched. So that being said, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I mean, yeah, we're here for.
Congratulations to Rafion Stotts or Patchy Mix. You might have to fight Pitbull.
Good luck.
So that's
I
impressive.
can't believe he went down.
Another bout
Crazy.
that got announced was Vadim Nemkov versus Joel Romero.
Did see that for the championship.
Yep, light heavyweight
Yoel's
belt.
Yoel's getting a title shot.
I think he's gonna do it, but
Do you
we'll
think so?
see.
Nemkov is good, dude.
Nemkov
might just.
Other than the first Corey Anderson fight and Yuri Prohaska, Nemkov looks pretty invincible.
He looks pretty invincible, man. Like it's kind of hard.
I don't think.
I think Yoel can take him out in one shot, though.
No, I don't think Nemkov could walk into the UFC light heavyweights, even though the 205 division is kind of dinosaur ridden. I don't think. Excuse me, like I don't think I don't think he gets past an Anthony Smith. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
he ain't beating a Yuri.
Fuck no, he ain't beating Glover.
beating
Even though
Yuri.
Glover retired, I don't think he beats Glover.
Yeah, no.
Those are just considerable mentions. But yeah, Bellator just getting some bouts together, doing the damn
He
thing.
ain't beating Jamal Hill.
This is fuck no.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Sweet
that
dreams.
205. There might be some dinosaurs in there, but 205's kind of scary, man. There's a lot of
Facts.
scary dudes in there. Let's build this parlay though.
Yeah, let's get her done.
I'm kind of thinking March Madness bet.
You could throw one in
A
there.
little bit.
We could just do the March
Should we-
Madness bet as a side
Should we
suggestion.
pick 2 legs each? Like since there's only 2 of
We
us?
could just do the Miami bet as a suggestion and then do another parlay.
All right,
But
let's
not
do that.
combine them.
Let's do that.
Don't
All right.
combine
So our
them.
first parlay, we are agreeing on our NCAA March Madness, Florida bet. We have a Florida bet right here. Both of them plus money. We have the U beating UConn, and we have Florida Atlantic beating SDSU. That comes out to a plus 582, but with Dave's Barstool app, it's like a plus 6 something.
607.
607, not bad. All right, so that's that first parlay there. I don't know if that one's gonna hit, to be honest.
That's just throwing like if you bet $10, you win like 60. It's not a
Some
bad
bullshit.
deal.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal.
And that being said, FanDuel in lieu of March Madness, you can just pretty much name any podcast that you're familiar with. We're not, unfortunately, sponsored by them at the moment, but You can look up podcasts you like. FanDuel sponsors them, and you will get a no
Derek Stein.
you'll get a no sweat bet, which they're just gonna
It is fire.
up to $1,000 that you put on your first bet. If you lose, they'll reimburse you in the form of free bets.
I tried to get Deryk like a referral
Mhm.
to a betting app, and he's like, "You got to put your credit card in."
What? When did that happen?
That was like way back, like over a year ago.
Probably.
You're like, "Oh, I don't want to put my credit card." I'm like, "Bro, it's a betting app." I just wanted to throw you under the bus there. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What else we got, Dave?
Betting wise,
Yeah, because
oh man,
it's kind of hard, honestly, like
who
for
I wanted-
fights this week to bet.
who I wanted to bet on is such an overwhelming favorite. It is not a parlay.
Do they have? Hold on.
I got Bellator on mine.
Do they have Jorge Masvidal?
I
They don't.
I'm just gonna hit boxing and see what it says. I feel like they might.
They don't, dude.
Dun, 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 dun.
FanDuel doesn't. So whack. Ryan Garcia is still sitting at a plus 210. Gervonta Davis minus 280. Holy crap. Yeah, they don't have it. Dang it. You'd think they would. Why wouldn't they? Crazy.
I don't even know. I'm trying to find them, but I'm just seeing a bunch of futures.
Yeah, same. Let's go to MMA. I want to try and throw an MMA one in there. It's going to be really hard. These Bellator ones are going right now. Can't bet on UFC. Don't want to bet on PFL. I don't, dude. I don't know anybody. I don't know nothing.
You can look at baseball.
Yo, why is baseball?
It's just it's back.
It is
so.
something you can bet on. You're right. It would be a good pick.
And basketball, like NBA.
I want to pick a close odd because I want to make our little two-legger nice and beefy parlay. Let's see what we got here.
I keep thinking it like 2 parlays in a row. I've like I'm gonna do a no, like it won't go the distance bet because I was like that's got to be the gimme. It's a fist fight. These dudes badasses like Corey Sandhagen versus Cheeto. It's like there's no way that goes the distance. And then before I was like Justin Gaethje versus Fiziev. I was like there's no way that goes the distance. Both those fucking fights went the distance. And those are friendly bets, are they not? Like both of those bouts not going the distance?
I know my leg. Picking up Thiago Santos money line. We're riding with Mr. Santos. Plus 148. Picking him up. What you think?
So I wanted to bet on the John Salter versus Aaron Jeffrey fight that's taking place tonight on Bellator.
On Bellator.
So to not go the distance, which is, again, I've been humoring that I've been fucking that one up. But for that not to go the distance would be minus 165. It's
pretty good.
The reason I'm humoring that originally and not humoring just Aaron Jeffrey to win is because he's the minus 400 favorite.
I don't have that on FanDuel, though. I can't pick up a prop. If you want to put it in.
I can put it in real quick. So
Aaron Jeffrey, a minus 440.
just minus 400. So not go the
Crazy.
I have that added to not go the distance. And then what are you thinking?
I picked up Thiago Santos on PFL to win his match. Money line, plus 148.
Against Rob Wilkinson.
So
it's a plus 140 on here. So if you bet the 2-bet parlay of Wilkinson losing to Thiago Santos money line, as well as the Aaron Jeffrey John Salter fight taking place tonight on Bellator, so you got to like expedite this bet at a minus 165. You're looking at a plus 286 for 2-leg parlay. It's not too bad.
Let's do something fun. I want to do something fun. One more parlay. Let's build one more.
We could get risky and just add one of the March Madness games.
No. Let's do something random and fun. You said baseball's back, right?
Yeah.
Each of us in this room is going to pick a leg on baseball because we don't know nothing about it. Derek's going to pick one. Dave's going to pick one, and I'm going to pick one. So pull up your odds for the baseball.
I only have one game taking place in the near future, and then the rest are futures bets.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay, I got all mine. I'll just read them off for you. You just pick one. We got the New York Mets versus Miami Marlins. Marlins minus 220. Then we have the Mets plus 170. We have the White Sox versus the Astros. Astros minus 154. The White Sox plus 130. The Rockies are taking on the Padres. Rockies are plus 160. Padres minus 190. We got the Diamondbacks plus 164. Dodgers minus 196. We got the Guardians plus 142 versus the Mariners minus 168. And that is it for tonight. That is it for tonight. I thought there was gonna be more tonight. My bad. I really did. There's gonna be more tonight. Then we got the Blue Jays or the Cardinals. You got the Braves or the Nationals. The Phillies or the Rangers. The Giants or the Yankees. The Angels or the Athletics. The Mets versus the Marlins. Pirates versus the Reds. The Tigers versus the Rays. You see a team there you like? Or want? I don't know.
I see two of the most one-sided basketball bets I've ever seen taking place today.
We're going baseball, Dave.
I was just scrolling through futures.
What's your bet?
Well, I'm not betting them, but these are just worth noting. So tonight at 8 p.m. Mountain Time, Sacramento Kings are taking on the Portland Trailblazers. Sacramento Kings are the minus 910 favorites. It gets worse. It gets worse. You think that's bad? Check this out. At the same time, Spurs play the Warriors.
Oh, man.
Warriors?
Minus 2,000.
Minus 2,500.
Oh!
And then the Spurs
Oh, my God.
plus 1150.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. Gnarly.
Crazy.
And
All
then
right.
The Nuggies play Phoenix. And the Nuggies are not favorited, but I don't think Jokic is playing.
Let's all pick a baseball team right now. Deryk,
Rockies.
you going to want the Rockies to win? Plus 160 over
No,
the
they're gonna-
Padres?
No, they're going to lose.
Oh, you want them to lose, so you're picking up the Padres?
Yeah.
Minus 190. Nice pick, Deryk. What do you got, Dave?
I think I'm going to go Seattle Mariners over the Cleveland Guardians.
Ooh, I like it, Dave. Where are they at?
Like minus 165 is the odds on my end. Today at 8:10.
Marlins versus what?
Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, the Mariners. Sorry.
Oh, I don't know why I said Marlins. I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
it's okay. So
Forgive
we're getting
me.
the Guardians. You want them to
Forgive
win?
me.
You want the Guardians to win?
No.
Guardians? Oh, you want the Mariners.
Seattle Mariners are going to
Got
beat
you.
them. I don't know why
Seattle?
I keep saying Marlins.
It's okay. We have the Padres and the Mariners. This is a good. I kind of liking this right now. Here, let me log in real quick. Damn it. Freaking FanDuel doing the most.
I'm telling you now, we're going to go to a Rockies game this season once it gets a little warmer,
Okay.
and it's going to be like a great time.
Okay. Well,
I
Holly's
guarantee
gonna
it.
get mad at me when we go to that one.
No, she's going to go with.
Okay, good.
The fuck?
I'm gonna pick up. I got the Blue Jays, man. I got Toronto. Picking up Toronto minus 132. All right. Oops, I still have Thiago Santos on there. We got the Padres, we got the Mariners, and we got the Blue Jays. All parlayed up. That's a plus 327 parlay. If you bet $5 on that, you win $16.40. If you bet 10, you win $32.79. It's kind of a good bet right there, dude.
Not bad.
It's a favorites parlay, but I think it's going to happen. I mean, too expense to our home team, the Colorado Rockies.
And just
When you're facing the Padres, we kind of expect that to. I mean, we expect you to lose just because it's the Padres. Especially Deryk. Deryk knew. He heard Padres, and it was over with.
Facts. Just to run it back for our MMA bet that we had the Aaron Jeffrey versus John Salter fight not going the distance, and then Thiago Santos money line over Rob Wilkinson, and that is a plus 286.
I like it. It's a nice bet. Plus 286. That's good for two legs.
Not bad at all.
That's good. That's good as fuck for two legs.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right. We'll take it. This has been Sport Champs. Check out all the new music coming out very soon. Just hit the link below, and we are out of here. Peace.
Laters.
What's up, guys? We just hit 1,500 subs. We're trying to make it 2,000. Help us out and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for